Kaya, this is the Italian section. What is this one here?
Yeah.
It's still the triangle. I can see the
Yes, now you become an expert of the Hanukkah.
Yeah,
You can
right.
follow the
I
shape.
can walk around and show
Yes.
people.
First of all, I want to apologize, not to you, but to all the other lamps that we cannot stop each one because each one is a story for itself and it's not fair. For example, here, this one you can identify immediately the Renaissance period. Again, it shows that the Jews were not so isolated as were studied in school, because in every area you can identify the style of the surrounding around it. So here you can see there are mermaids on each one, and there are small, at the edge of each one in the nail there is a small putti, it's an angel, and then dolphin. It's so, because there is no strict law regarding the design of the Hanukkah lamp. They took the free, and they were not just to make it happy and to celebrate it and try to imagine the light, the fire of the light, how to reflect it, and all it's turned to be a celebration. By the way, here we have, yes.
I was just going to say, it's very well lit, all of them. They come up from underneath onto the, just as if there are candles in there.
By the way, this was the idea of the designer. He told me, I want to imitate the light of the fire, because it's fire usually. So how it's projected, and also the very dark shadows that usually we try to miss it and to hide it. Here he emphasized it and tried to imagine that each lamp was on each family, one, and then they lit it on the window or the opening how to publish the miracle. This is the meaning of the holiday. Now from here, by the way, here it's, I'm sorry for this opening, but here we'll have 5 or 6 touch screen that everybody will come and you have the photograph and you will touch it and you have all the background and the main information about the lamp, and also some subjects that combine them all together, like symbols and figures, and of course the history of the holiday.
But we're still in the construction period because you don't open for a few weeks, so that's the last thing that gets installed.
Yes, yes. This is Germany. Again, I apologize to all of them, but I'll stop on 3 of them. Here you can see this one, it's 16th century, and you can see, the Gothic side, and the figures, the dragons, like the manuscript, and also the Hebrew blessing while you are lightening the light. It's perfectly done. Also the design it's so clean. 16th century, and you have the name of the owner, Avraham Halperin, and the date on it, on the one plaque. But again, we don't have any other information. Most of them, we don't have name. You have to remember that behind each one there was also the craftsman or the family. But this, most of the time, we don't know what is the story. Here, look, 16th century. Again, look, the servant light in a figure of usually a soldier or a warrior, because it's connected to the meaning of the holiday. They were fighting against the conquerors to be free, and this also this the design, the Gothic side, the side panels. Now, maybe I'll say something regarding the figures. Here also they adapted. They were looking because it's not in the Bible, the story of the lamp. So they were looking for figures to decorate it. They are connected with warriors, with fighter. So they adapted the figures of Judith and the head of Holofernes. So they adapted it, even it's not in the original story. And she's decorated, her figure decorated the back of the Hanukkah lamp, sometimes standing beside the lamp of the temple. It's also the confusion regarding the 7 candelabra menorah of the temple and the Hanukkah lamp. Because always you have to remember, we are celebrating the reduction of the temple, and lightening the lamp of the temple, but this is the menorah, Chanukiah, as we said, to commemorate this miracle. So it's a little bit confusion here. Now from here we'll jump to Jerusalem. Jerusalem, this is the early 1906 when the Zionist movement. And then usually till the Zionist movement, the decoration usually was connected to the biblical, even if it's not biblical story, with the figure of the high priest and the Moses. And here they started to look for something that will connect us to our heritage. So they decorated here in Jerusalem with the pattern of the Maccabees of this period coins. You can see this is the original coins.
Oh, wow.
Here of the temple, 200 BC area. And you can see all them are decorated on this Hanukkah lamp. You see the 7 candelabra, you can see it also here. You have here, this is the temple coin, you have it also here. Also because in that time, you know, in Jerusalem, they were so poor, you know, so they did it as a souvenir to earn some money. The women did it all from glass beads. All this Hanukkah lamp is made of glass beads. And they sold it, you know, to earn some money.
That's marvelous work.
Yes.
That's really exquisite. That would take weeks of labor.
Yes, I don't know how much. Okay. Now, you know, we have, you know, again, we are going from Kuchin from India, Yemenite. You can see how elegant, how clean. Also this, made of stone, the earliest one. Then Syria, Damascus, Damascene work. Then Poland. Poland is really, it's the richness. Poland and Italy is the richness, it's variety of figures. And if we'll follow all of them, you will see most of them are decorated with the symbol, the emblem of the ruler, also to show we are completely in another, you know, worship completely another religion, but we are loyal to our kings, to our government. Sometimes you have the double head of the Tsar, of the Austrian-Hungary Empire, to show them we are still loyal. We are Jews.
See.
Yes, and then, but sometimes
it's interesting that a figure that, you know, is about a rebellion is also about loyalty to a ruler.
Yes, yes. But the birds, for example, you can see there are so many birds. Look how, also with the shadow here. Also in the Oriental and European, and it's also, in a way, there is one of the idea, it's connected like the wandering Jew who is seeking and longing to his home, to his temple, like the wandering birds. She's also longing to her knees. And also it's a quotation from Psalms, you know, so how it is, it's the same. קלטה ונחשפה נפשי להיכלות ביתך, גם ציפור מצא בית ודרור כן לה. You know, it's very poetic, but again, it's coming in the Oriental and European birds. Sometimes, for example, this one, it's called the Eden lamp. You have the tree of life, the tree of wisdom, and all is full of birds, you see here. And also sometimes even griffons. It's lions with you see, wings all around. And also you see all here and here. Here, this is a Hanukkah lamp that is a facade of a synagogue, a wooden synagogue in Krakow, in Poland. Wow. And something special about the Polish ones is that you have 2 servant lights. Usually it's only one, because every Hanukkah there is, because it's 8 days, you have the Shabbat. You have to welcome it's to lightening the candlestick of Shabbat. It's only in the Polish one.
Okay. We're running into the construction noise again.
Now we are we are jumping. By the way, it's Baghdad, Iraq, on top, as I told you. Here it's Russia and Ukraine. Again, you remember that I told you about the emblem. You have the Tsar double head eagle. Also, you can see the richness of material and variety. You have here the filigree. It's silver wire. They did all this kind. It's all called the Besh, the Baal Shem Tov. It's connected with the Hasidic movement in that time, in that area in Ukraine. So it's as if he used this kind of Hanukkah lamp. So it's also, we call it the Besh Hanukkah lamp.
Okay, let's do one more.
And now we are coming to Dutch, to Holland. If you'll see upstairs, it's with a sense of humor. These are the spices from the Canaan, from the biblical spices. But you can see they're wearing cylinder head. Yes, as if in the Bible that they had it. But
and
you
that's
have
the
also,
tourist symbol.
Yes, and also you can have it's also the Hague, the city of the Hague. You see the bird standing on this one.
And you also have a big synagogue.
Here in the exhibition, here we'll have 4 huge ones. Also here, I'll show you this one, if we'll see it from here. The silhouette of if you come from here, the idea is that you have here, you are coming, you'll see from the entrance, you know, all the way to the synagogue.
And you see Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, and also the silhouette of the Hanukkah lamp from 17th century, from Poland. But look also again, and this is the Polish eagle. And then also, you know, Agnon, the writer, the Nobel one, he described the Hanukkah lamp in their synagogue in Buchach, in Eastern Galicia, because they were once under the Russian, once under the Polish, once under the Austria, once under the Northern. So they have always changed the emblem, you know. So they have already made, you know, one a Russian eagle, a Poland eagle. So this is one that we have from the Poland, yes.
I see, you just turned the top off.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's a wonderful tour. I want to thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
I mean, this is only 10% of your collection.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
Yes.
Next time you'll have to take me into your storeroom.
Yeah, it's a promise.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.